Hey everybody, welcome back into the channel. In today's video, I want to give you some signs that God wanted me to share with you when to know that somebody is sent by the devil in your life. You need to know this because in this season of your life, it is very important for you not to be deceived by the hands of the enemy. So before you go and say, God brought this person in my life, this is my ordained friend, and this is my ordained kingdom spouse, not saying you don't have a gift of discernment, but you're sure going to need it. You're sure going to need the gift of discernment, and you're going to have to do some fasting and prayer in order for you to know the person that God sent you, and for you to know, did the devil send you this person? You know, the devil's going to always come to you in a form of light. He's going to always come to you in a disguise. He's never going to come to you like he's the devil. The devil will never come to your life like he wants to come. He's never going to show you his true hand. He's never going to show you his true face. But God is going to show you and reveal to you the true face of the person that shouldn't be in your life. And whatever you do, I don't care how long you've been connected to these people. I don't care how long you've been connected to this person. When God reveals to you that this person is not who you thought they were, when God gives you the signs, because you're not going to be able to deny these signs. When God gives his children signs, these signs are going to be undeniable. You're not going to be confused. You're not going to scratch your head and wonder if this is God, if God said this, if God showed me this. What God is going to reveal to you with people, you're going to know without a shadow of a doubt that this person should not be in your life. And when God reveals this to you, don't you dare let the enemy condemn you and make you feel bad. Because if it wasn't too late, God wouldn't be showing you. It's never too late. Before you go off the deep end, before the devil causes you to go down a road that you can't travel back to, God's going to always reveal to you. You got to do some fasting and praying if you want to really know if God sent you people. You got to really do some fasting. You got to really do some praying, and you got to really get some alone time with God so you can really discern who is who and what is what. You know, when the devil comes in your life, the devil's going to always cause you to do things you know you shouldn't be doing. The devil's going to always do his best to draw you away from God. The devil wants you to focus on things that are not beneficial to your life. He wants you to feel like it's okay to sin a little bit. It's okay to do this a little bit. See, the enemy wants you to do that because his ultimate goal is to draw you completely away from God and to completely and literally destroy your life. Any person that God sends in your life, you're going to see that this person is going to add value to your life. You are going to see every God ordained person that God himself truly sent you. You're going to see edification. You are going to see accountability too, because when God sends you people, they're not just going to stroke your ego. You never want people in your life to stroke your ego. I thank God for my leadership. I thank God for my spiritual parents. I thank God for my mom. Let me tell you something. You need people in your life that's going to tell you the truth, and the truth will hurt. Because one thing about when you hear the truth, it's going to require you to change. If you've been doing something that's not beneficial to your life, if you've been doing something the same way for so long and you're not getting that result, or if you've been doing something and you know you shouldn't be doing it and you've told yourself and nobody else, just you, then I'm going to stop doing this. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows what you're doing that is wrong but you and God. Not a person. Maybe a person don't know it, but you know it. See, this is why when you hear the truth, you are offended. Some people hear the truth and they're offended because that person who's speaking truth is shining light on their darkness, and they're offended because they're not ready to change. Anytime you have people in your life that you speak truth to and they're offended by that truth, they're not ready to change. I want you to understand that, and don't ever forget this. If a person is ready to change, they're going to take your truth at face value, and they're going to start implementing the things that you said. So if you really want to know if that person that you think is sent by God, because you can't afford to be wrong. You can't afford to have any ifs, and maybes, probablys. So you can't afford to have none of that stuff in your spirit. What God is going to do in your life, you got to know for certain. So pray this way if you haven't prayed, and ask God specifically, God, did you send this person, and show me in a way that I know is you. See, God is going to always show his children in a way where we know it's him. God knows us individually, and he knows how we hear. He knows how we see, and he knows what it's going to take for us to really know that it is him speaking to us, and not our emotions and not our own thoughts. You're going to know it. You may say, Prophet Nikki, how am I going to know it's not my own emotions, that it's not me? How am I really going to know that this is God giving me this direction? Because if you belong to God, you know his voice. He clearly tells us this. He said, my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. Anybody that is assigned to your life from the devil, these people are going to pull you away from God, and they are going to cause you to start doing things outside of your integrity. These people are going to start pulling you away from God. You're not going to make time for God. You're not going to make time to read your word and pray. The ethical part of you, that's going to eventually go out the window. You're going to start compromising in areas of your life where you know you shouldn't be compromising, but because you want somebody in your life so bad, you're willing to compromise a little bit. You're willing to compromise an inch, not knowing the devil going to take a whole feet. He may not take it today, but he's going to take it. See, this is why God tells us don't give the devil place. You can't give the devil no place, because if you give him place, you're literally destroyed. People that come into your life from God, they build you up. God's going to send you kingdom people that he wants there. And he's going to remove every demonic person that shouldn't be in your life. Anybody that shouldn't be in your life, these people are leaving. They're moving. And so are you. You're moving to a new level. God is elevating you. And these old people that were attached to you, these people leaving. You know, some people are attached to you because they're broken. You know, some people are attached to you for the wrong reason. And sometimes you're attached to people for the wrong reason. You have the same sob story. You know, that negative toxicity attaches people, and this is why some people can't get out of relationships, because it's not that they really love that person. They don't love themselves, and they're addicted to pain. See, all this mess that a lot of people are going through within life in this season of their life, God is shaking this stuff off of his kids, because the time is turning, the wheel is turning, and God has need for his kids to be in place. God is telling us to get in place. You're gonna miss your blessing. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to miss my blessing. And I don't want to think I'm doing the right thing and I'm not. I want to make sure that I know that I'm doing the will of God. I pray and ask God to let me do your will. You tell me what to say. You speak through me. You take total control over my life, because everything that I do, God, is about you. This ain't about me. This is about God. Because when I leave this side, I truly want God to say to me and my family, all of those I pray and intercede for, well done, my good and faithful servant. Sit and rest. I think the worst thing in the world for anybody that calls themselves a believer is to think you're saved and you really ain't saved. When you get to the other side, God tells you, depart from me. Your work was of iniquity. I never knew you. To me, that's the most scariest and the most painful scripture that I've ever read in the Word of God. For God to not to know who you are, and for God not to know who we are. That means, honey, we don't have no relationship with God. We're not talking to God. We're not building on that foundation that we need to build on. God wanted me to come on here today to let you know to go into prayer. Go into prayer mode. Go into crazy prayer mode. Because God is getting ready to give you some things, family, that the devil don't want you to have. And the devil wants to disguise himself as light. Because he knows, family, who you are. He knows who you are. He knows you're not dark. The enemy knows you're full of light and love. He's going to come to you and approach you just like that. See, this is what deceives people so bad. And this is what kills people emotionally. This is what destroys people so much emotionally, because that devil fooled you. The devil fooled you by coming to you just like you wanted him to come. The devil monitors you before he comes. The devil is sending people in your life to monitor your life, to literally destroy your life. And this is a warning from God. This video today is a warning, and it's just for you to get yourself in a place spiritually where you can see and where you can hear spiritually. Thank you for tuning in our broadcast today, family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like and share the videos for me. Hit the like button for me. If you believe on the Lord your God, and if you believe by faith that God is going to do some good things for you, jump over to my Instagram at Nikki McCray and give me your support. Those of you who want to support the ministry, go to the back of my YouTube page, click the links to purchase the products, or you can go to Instagram, and in the reel and stories, we have products there to support. So you can support. Don't forget, those of you who are sending Cash App donations and PayPal, send it as a gift or donation, or don't send it through Cash App or PayPal. If you're not going to do it through a donation or a gift, don't send it. You can send it to the P.O. Box, and all that information is in the description box of the video. As soon as God gives me that permission to remove the PayPal and the Cash App, I'm going to do that. Talk later. I love all of you. God bless you. Bye-bye.